Okay, hello. I'm going to do a little tutorial on how I do my version of I Want You to Love Me by Fiona Apple. I'm going to start throwing some more tutorials up here. If you have any suggestions of other ones you want to see, other things that you want me to try to arrange and do tutorials of for acoustic guitar and voice, you can send me a suggestion. I wouldn't mind doing more from this album too. When I have the time, I will definitely try to do that. But a few people asked me for this one. I recorded a version of I Want You to Love Me months ago when this album was newer, and a couple of people asked me to do tutorials, so I'm just going to throw it out there. Hopefully this helps. It's a difficult song, so hang in, and at the end I'll show you a simplified way to do it. Also, this is probably going to be two parts. I'm going to do the first verse today, how I did the first verse, and maybe the chorus. We'll see how long this goes. But for starters, basically, we're in 6/8 time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm feeling it in 6/8 time. You could probably think of it as 3 or 12 or whatever, but that's what makes sense to me. We got this bass note going on for the first bit every 6 beats, and then it goes on for 2 bars without a bass note. So for starters, without worrying about the bass note, try to learn the melody that I'll show you right now. Starting, and use these fingerings too. I'll show you why in a second. Starting with the second finger on the D string. Pluck the right string there. And you got to get your hammer on and pull off game really good for this song too. So, second fret of the D string, hammer on with your pinky to the 4th fret. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned, capo on the 5th fret. This is how you get it in the original key that it was recorded in. I did it a couple of steps down. So, all the frets that I'm talking about are in relation to where this is. So, 2nd fret from the capo on the D string, hammer on to the 4th fret, then open G, and then back down to the 4th fret of the D string and pull off. So that's, and then there'd be a bass note. Okay, the next part, you're starting, going up the scale, starting on the 4th fret of the D string. So that's 4th fret, open G, hammer on with 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the G, pull off, back down to that string. So we got, okay, so the first 2 parts. And then, starting on the open B, this is the part that ties it all back up. Open B, hammer on the 1st fret, hammer onto the 3rd fret, pull off again. 1. That's all in 1 string. Open, 1, 3, pull off, open. 2nd fret of the G is next. Open, 4th fret of D, 2nd fret. So all together. I'm going to try to keep my other fingers out of the way here. Pull off again. That's all that. No, sorry. Okay, throwing the bass note to that. Oh, this is why I was telling you to use these fingers too, right? Because I gotta hold this down. I'm keeping this finger here. This is the 3rd fret of the A string. So, that whole time, keeping this third finger down and playing that melody I just showed you. So you got to use your pinky quite a bit for hammer-ons too. So that's 3rd fret of the A string, D string, 2nd fret, hammer-on, open G. Okay, that part, I'm going to show you that again. So that's bass note, open B, hammer on to the 1st fret, hammer on to the 3rd fret with my pinky, pull off, back down to 1, pull off to open. And that's 2nd fret of G, open, 4th fret, down. Open A. And this is the same melody that I just showed you, except you're coming back to the open A string every time. So there. So how that's lining up with the lyrics. I've waited many years, every grin I left upon the track. So on track we're switching to the same, we're doing the same melody but hitting the open A string instead. Track has led me here. And next, I'll back up to this original place we started at and same melody going up again. Next year it'll be clear, this was only leading me to that. Okay, so now another part. Again, basically the same melody. It's a little different now because my pinky's on the 5th fret of the A string, so I got to use my 1st finger, 3rd finger mostly, for the other parts, and then there's going to be another little switch thing I'll show you in a second. So the first part's the melody. We're going to do like this. So we got my pinky here, 2nd fret of D, hammer on to the 4th fret of D, and then open G, back down, pull off. Okay, next part. Hitting that bass note again, starting in the 4th fret of D, open G string, hammer on, pull off, down again there. So we got, and then what I try to do most of the time, it's a bit harder to keep track of when I'm singing, play the open D, and then switch up to this, you know, what we played before. So switch, so you can keep that bass note ringing out there the whole time. And then there's a little switch up here too. He goes, or she plays 2nd fret of the G string, open B, 2nd fret, open G, 4th fret, 2nd fret of the D string. So a little bit of a different run there at the end. I'll show you where it changes again. Here we go, right here. 2nd fret, open, 2nd, open, 4, 2, okay? And then that's the chorus. That's my favorite part of the song. Probably my favorite part of this whole album, actually. The chords in that are amazing. And I think that I'm going to leave for another video. Because what I just showed you is pretty complicated. So I want to show you now. I'm probably going to put this in the description too, to skip ahead to this to start with. You want to start with something where you can kind of sing this song right from the bat without having to try to play that melody that I just taught you and sing at the same time. So we'll show you a little bit of a simplified way to kind of strum it first. So the three basic chords of the verse are going to be C major 7, that's the 3rd fret of the A string, 2nd fret D, open G, B, and E. The next chord is going to be A, we'll call this A7 sus2. It's kind of more of an A minor thing in this key, but A7 sus2 we'll call it. So we got A, open, 2nd fret of the D string, open G, B, and E again. And then the 3rd chord at the end of the phrase before it goes into the chorus. Again, like just accounting for the cable, this would be kind of like a D chord. What this really is, I've got the normal C major chord that everybody plays, right? 3, 2 on, or 3 on A, 2 on D, open G, C, first fret of the B string, and open E, moving it up 2 frets. That's the last chord of the verse. Some waltzy rhythm like that. What could we do there? Yeah, just like something. So I'll show you, just follow along on my left hand here, watch where the chords change. And you can try to start singing and strumming it like this in the start, just to get through the first verse. I've waited many years, every grin I left upon the track. Change there to that A7 sus2 I told you about. Track has led me here. Next year it'll be clear, this was only leading me to that. That C chord I showed you slid up 2 frets. So you get this crunchy sound like that. By that time, I hope that, and then I'll show you this later. So good. If I can play it. Okay. So, you got a simplified version of the verse, and then the other thing I just showed you. So get your hammer-ons and pull-offs happening. It's going to be tricky, but it's worth it, I think. It's a beautiful song. Okay, so next up, I will show you how to play the chorus. In the second verse, I did a different finger-picking pattern. So I'll show you that too. It's a little bit more simple than playing the melody, the piano melody, and singing it at the same time. So I'll throw that in the next video as well, and then the bridge. So that should keep you busy for a while. And if you are still having a hard time with it, you can send me an email. I'll put my email in the description. I do some online private lessons through Zoom. If anybody's interested in getting a little bit of help with anything or learning how to play pretty much anything on guitar, I have limited availability for that, but you can hit me up for it for sure. Okay, so I hope this helps somebody learn how to play this amazing song. Good luck, and thanks for watching. And any suggestions for anything else, requests, just throw it in the comments. I'm open to anything. Okay, bye.